Hello. I know it's early in the day. Normally, I don't post videos till later on. At least I got in the habit of posting them later on in the day. But I have something important to tell you that's on my mind because I was reading the Bible, as I do a lot, and I came across something that kind of sparked something in me, I would say. Um, you know, I get a lot of visions. Well, I don't know if you really truly look at them as vision, but I know what the Father puts in me, what He places in me, and and then also I know how He speaks to me. So with the vision that I had the other day, or the dream I had the other day, when I seen that cloud and it came down to the ground, and I asked the Father, I asked the Lord, I said, do you want me to speak about this? And because I don't want to speak of anything that is not of his truth. And so, I have to go to him since he's the one that placed it in my mind. I have to go to him and ask if I should speak about it, especially if I'm using his name and his words. So he showed me in the Bible. I want to say it's, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Habakkuk, or yeah, it's like Habakkuk, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like 2:2. So if you want to look it up, it would tell you in there. That's what the Holy Spirit led me to, opening that page for my answer. And so when I read it, it said that it's not the same words, but you have to, know how to discern what is being said. So it said that then this is the understanding that I'm getting from it. It said that for whoever was in there in that passage, to write down the vision that you've seen, and write it on a table, and for whoever read it, that I guess they will read it and get scared, and they will run because they know that that's what's getting ready to happen. And then it also said that the vision that this person had, that it wasn't going to come to pass right then and there, but it surely will come to pass. So just wait for it, that it surely would. So again, I don't know what that cloud dream meant. And so, like I was saying, like today, I was reading the Bible, and and then another thing too, the other vision that I had about the United States, and then I said something might happen over there on out west, from like Washington to California. I'm not for sure. Okay, so with those two, it was kind of powerful in my spirit, and so I was reading the Bible today, and I came across something about Sodom and Gomorrah back in that time, and how they was washed off the earth by the fire, and the sulfur and the fire. And then that brought to my attention, like, okay, we have a volcano that's out there out west. So is that saying that that's what's going to happen to us? Because with that X coming across the United States, with the eclipse and all, and a lot of people are saying the United States is marked, and as I have said before in my other videos, that something happened because we are living, well, the sky had this exact same things in the sky as in Esther time. So and then what happened back in her time, or their time, it was like some months down the road after the eclipse. I'm trying to think of, did they have an eclipse at that time? I'm not for sure. I just know the things were aligned in the sky, but something happened after some months down the way. So, so there's again, I'm trying to, it's like I have pieces and trying to put them together to see the bigger picture. So, okay, I had to dream about, the West Side. Uh, I see the X on, United States, and then I started reading something today about Sodom and Gomorrah and how they, you know, got removed from the earth. And then, like I said, I was thinking about the volcano that's over. I was thinking about the one that's, I don't know if Yellowstone have one or not, but I was thinking about the volcano. I know we have some out west. So then I just, not too long ago, I looked it up and seen that we have a lot of volcanoes in the United States. I wasn't aware of that. And, but a lot of them are Washington, Oregon, California. So that really sparked something in me like, okay, wait a minute, what am I really seeing in these visions and dreams? And I know I'm gonna have to hurry up because I want to hurry up and get to the point. So this video don't be so long. Okay, so yeah, so that sparked something in me. And then I was thinking about that United States, we tend to do a lot more over here, sinful acts, than than most of the other countries. I'm not saying the other countries don't do sinful acts. I mean, we all do them, but because over here American is the land of the free, so we do just about anything. So what I'm going to say, because I'm going back to the Sodom and Gomorrah, is the way we view sex and engage in it, it's very, very sinful, and it reminds me of Sodom and Gomorrah, because we chase after sex over here, and we do anything to get it. Because I was just thinking about how we have prostitution, how we have the people who are getting raped, how we have the pedophiles, how we have the sex trafficking, how we have, homosexuality, how the cheating. So we really do a number when it comes to sex over here. We put it like top priority. We act like that's something that we have to acquire in life. Along with the money and everything else, it's like we kind of put sex before love. We should be lusting after love instead of lusting after sex. And I'm going to give you an example of how everyone is involved in this. Like I was saying about the ones who go out here and either are the prostitutes or you search for the prostitutes. Again, like you see what they doing to the kids out here nowadays, that we didn't know that they were doing, and it's in some of the churches, where you hear about the altar boys getting molested, and that's another thing too, molestation. So it's crazy. So that reminds me of Sodom and Gomorrah, and my example is how we all are involved is because just think about some of these wedding parties. You know how before someone gets married, they have these strippers come, and I don't know who started that, but for some time we all a lot of people have been keeping that tradition going where you have a stripper there, and then first of all, let me tell you this, that I have been to a strip club before, a female strip club, and when I went, the people who I went with, they didn't know I was feeling this way on the inside, but it made me sick to my stomach. It really did. Being in that environment and to see how men were treating women and to see how the women were treating themselves, all for to have money. And so it kind of hurt my feelings, and it also made me sick to my stomach. And then I never went to a guy's strip thing. because I never felt comfortable with a man shaking his parts in my face, or I just, to me, that stuff just doesn't. I never was the type of person that uh, let me see, that really got excited about people body parts. That's not the type of person I am. I rather search for what's in their mind and their heart than to worry about their body parts. So I never was that type of person. And or I'm saying I'm not that type of person. So so I couldn't understand it. A lot of people used to say, "Come on, come on, let's see these male dancers. Take off their clothes." So I never wanted to. And then they thought, well, I'm just saying this, but because a lot of people used to try to, come on, Lisa, come on, but they probably thought something was wrong with me because I didn't want to partake like they were in these type of things. And so but yeah, it makes me sick to my stomach. So anybody that goes to strip clubs or even have these parties where strippers come, you are all involved in this. So that's showing you that um, none of us, when it comes to sex, we can't point the fingers at someone else, because again, like I said, one is doing the prostitution thing, one is into pornography, one is into all these strip things, no matter if it's at the club, at your house, with these parties. Some people are into the pedophiles, uh, the kidnapping, the sex trades. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So we all are involved, and in the homosexuality, we all are involved. So none of us can point the fingers. And you know what I'm talking about if you listen to my video and you know that you were one of the persons that did one of those things. And so so yeah, we lust after the wrong things. Um, so let me see what I'm trying to go from here. So I believe that our values are wrong. And then another thing too, the cheating, like if you're married, you go out here and you're not getting what you're getting at home, so you want bigger and better, or somebody that's going to do more to you or whatever, so you go out here and cheat. And then now you have the females where you're trying to keep your mate at home with you, so you're trying to change your body parts just to please them, and instead they might like it for a minute and they still go out. But we doing all of this just to please someone sexually, instead of uh, trying to please them with our heart. So that I'm all for love, and so that's why I'm speaking about. That's why sex never really that I don't. Uh, that's not my focus. Let's put that out there. I'm not focused on that. I'm focused more on the heart and the mind. So so yeah. So that reminds me of Sodom and Gomorrah again. So I'm thinking, like, what if we over here in the United States have a volcano going off, and because you already know that the Lord said that He wasn't gonna have the flood anymore. It was gonna be done by fire. So what if we have the fire over here from the volcanoes? Because what comes out of the volcano is sulfur. So yeah, it's just things that's popping up in my mind. And I'm not trying to make anyone afraid, but it was just something that I was thinking about. And that's what's killing, that's a big part in the United States that's killing us is the sex. Just imagine if we take away all of these sexual urges that we have, these sexual immorality, if I said that right. If we take away a lot of that, that would knock off a lot of evilness that's going on in the world. Because I know money and alcohol and drugs and stuff like that, that's another part too. Guns, violence and all of that. So it's just different parts. But I do know about that, about the sex. Again, I try to study a lot of things. Either I might engage in it, or I might read about it, or find knowledge about a lot of things that's going on. I told you I'm a curious person, so if I do engage in something, it's not like I'm doing it to. This is more like an experiment type thing. Okay, let me try this out and see what all the hoopla is. I mean, not that I should be trying a lot of these crazy things out, but it's like I could get the experience and know, just like I was saying about the homelessness, taking some, drinking and drugs or whatever the case is. Just a lot of things that I might have tapped into, but I didn't. The Lord didn't allow me to stay into it, and which I'm glad. So so yeah, we have to start there with the sex thing and try to clean that up, because that time is coming. That time is at hand to where the Lord is going around cleaning up things. So and he's been giving me a lot of vision and dreams and stuff. So again, he's given us time to try to straighten up, to try to make things right with him, to go and repent to him before his wrath does come upon us. And if I don't know if you know what time we are living in, but it's not hard to look out and see what times we are living in. And he also said something about that too. Like, we can predict the weather. We can look at the clouds and predict the weather, know which way is blowing, but we can't predict or understand the times that we are living in. So that I love reading the Bible, and the Father opened my eyes to to the words, to His truth, and what He's saying, in which I'm glad, because learning from Him, you can't go wrong. There will be no wrong turn, but hearing it from other people, we can only speculate and or speculate about if this is right or wrong. Sometimes we argue thinking that we know better than the other person, but really, to get the true answers, we have to read the Bible and get it straight from the Lord. But I'm not saying that other people out here don't have advice to help you, but you just have to be careful, because there are a lot of people out there, even myself. Like recently, I was speaking to my uncle about Passover. I'm thinking like, okay, Passover, because he kept saying Passover is coming. I was like, no, Easter already passed, so we don't have Passover is gone. And I failed to realize and understand about the Passover, because I was thinking it falls when Easter is, or Good Friday, and it doesn't. So that made me look and see, and I went to him. I went to my uncle, and I texted him or whatever and told him that I apologized, because he was right and I was wrong. So I'm just saying, I'm just showing you that I thought I was right, so that means that we can think that we are right, but we can have the wrong answer. So, and I'm not afraid to apologize or to say that I'm wrong about something, because I want to only speak the truth, and yeah, I don't want to mislead anyone, and I don't always have to be right. Some people they want to be right, and they will argue it down, and I do that sometimes too, but it's only when I definitely know that I'm right about something. But something like this, when it comes to the Bible, I don't know who has the right answer. So yeah, so you have to be careful of the people out here who would feed you the wrong information or bad information, and that could be any one of us. So if you don't have your facts right, just apologize and try to do better, but don't try to keep arguing a point that to where you don't know if you're right or the person is right, that have to do with religion, because a lot of us will argue that this religion is better than that religion, or the Father is saying this and He's saying that. So the only way you're going to get your true answers is from him when it concerns the Bible, in my opinion. And just like the things that I'm saying, you can listen to them, but that's why I tell people to do your own searching. Okay, so yeah, that's all I was just thinking about today, about this the Sodom and Gomorrah, and the reason why they what happened to them was because of I'm not for sure all the details about why it happened, but I do know some parts had to do with sex. Oh, excuse me. Because again, I was reading around and some said it was just for the sex, some said it was sex and this and that. So I don't know. But that just came to my attention when I was reading about Sodom and Gomorrah and how we misuse sex over here. And I bow down to it. We all try to chase that feeling. Ooh, I got to have this feeling. But if you understand what love is, we should be chasing that feeling, because that's the greatest feeling right there, is love. Because the sex feeling, it comes and goes. It only, you feel it when it's here, and then after it's gone. But it pops in and out. I would say that. But far as love, that's something that will stay with you as long as that, I would say that feeling lasts longer than and it's more powerful than the sex feeling. Again, the sex feeling, I mean, is, I don't know, but so so that's all I was coming on here to say to you today, and I know I may have made some people. I don't know if I made anyone angry, but I just want people to think about what's really going on, what we really doing, because we need to change a lot of things in order to be better. And I mean, because we all, and with what I'm saying on this video today, it shows you that we all are partakers in this sex thing. Not unless you one of them type of person where you only use the sex to in marriage or whatever, you have your babies or your kids or whatever. And again, I don't know how the Father created. I know my words are a little mixed up. I don't know what purpose he created sex for. Like if it was just to have kids, or if it's for to satisfy or anything like that. So I'm not for sure about that. I just know that we are misusing it, just like we misuse love and money and everything else. So yeah, we have to wake up, and that's all I have to say on this video. Thank you for listening, watching, and goodbye.